I have figured out the issues for the night. There was a storm earlier. We had power situations. I thought I had my the proper materials hooked up to the surge protector to the right battery. So if that happened, I would not lose power. But I was wrong. Did lose power. A lot has happened, but you haven't really missed much. None of the games are final, and all the results are much in doubt in the college foots. Arizona State should have scored a touchdown at the 2-minute warning to cut TCU's lead to 17-14. Houston and Oregon State are about to kick off. That's at 3 minutes from now on ESPN News. And that's because on ESPN we have overtime. Florida State and Virginia are in overtime. Florida State converted fourth down at the 12 with 36 seconds to go off of a blitz. Back foot pass by Castellanos, and the Seminoles get the ball first in the overtime. It's 35-all. Again, I'm working from behind here, and I'm superstitious. I'm not going to look at the box. I'm just going to watch it off the TV. You guys are ahead of me here. The Fox feed where we have TCU and wow, God, if it's a good pass, he walks in for a touchdown. It's a great call. 4th and 3, they're going to kick a field goal. That's just fucking terrible, really, if you want to get right down to it. Oh, boy. Yeah, so TCU, Arizona State on Fox, Big Fox. That's the one I'll be with you guys the whole rest of the way, no issues. Weinberg from 36 for Florida State. Up, good. Knowles lead for the first time in overtime. Virginia touchdown will win the game. Otherwise, if they kick a field goal, they'll get the ball first in the second overtime. If they don't get either, then Florida State wins. Cincinnati Reds have beaten Milwaukee 3-1. They now control their own fate with the Mets losing tonight. Those two teams are tied, but the Reds win the tiebreaker to go to the playoffs. Mets are in Miami for 2 more. The Reds are in Milwaukee for 2 more. TCU was up 17-0, but Arizona State with 2 quick scores to get back in it. Have all the momentum now. All right, pistol formation for Morris. 2 receivers to the left. There's some motion. It's a power play. Gain of maybe 3. I'll keep you posted on Houston and Oregon State. The kick's coming in Corvallis. This game has gotten bet. Was up to 13.5, 14. It's now down to 12, 12.5. There is 113 at Post in town. There is a 13 at Chris also. Pinnacle 12, Circa 12 as well. Total 48. Run again to Taylor. It's 3rd and 6 at the 22. BC got really, I'm sorry, I keep calling them BC. I have no idea why I've done that 4 times tonight. Virginia got really conservative at times in both at the end of regulation, the first play that they ran before trying to throw it was a run. They didn't, and they waited 10 seconds to call timeout. Now, obviously, Morris, if Florida State knows he's going to throw it for the most part, that's bad. And he's thrown a couple picks tonight in spots where he was up against it when he had to throw. But even when he's running the ball and he fakes it, he has some success. Here's a blitz. He scrambles. He gets out of it. He fires. Incomplete. No flags. Hoping for a flag. There's no flag there. I don't think so. The replay wasn't any good. 4th and 7. 2 different refs had to see it. They didn't call it either one. 39-yarder to force another overtime. Florida State trying to mush it. Now I want to see that play again. Show the replay. Let's see what's happening in the other game. I'm going to pull up the box so that way I'll have Memphis, California, Buffalo, Kansas, North Texas, Washington, BYU. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's close. 39-yarder to tie it. Up, right down the middle. Second overtime coming, 38 all. Virginia will get the ball first. Houston won the toss and deferred. By the way, Texas Christian also kicked off to Arizona State. 1:33 to go there, and they're going to punt it again. Arizona State, a chance to get it and take the lead before halftime. ASU calls their second timeout at 1:33. They'll have one left. Fascinating here. With 17-0, but the Arizona State coach, who I think is a genius, has gotten them back into it. A couple of big plays have helped as well. Oregon State, a first down to start their drive. I'll keep you posted there. Again, Houston won the toss and deferred. They ran 4 plays and gotten 16 yards so far, so second and 4 at the 41. First play, Morris rolls out, fires complete, gain of about 7. Brown, he gets outside, but made a guy miss. It's going to be first and goal, Virginia. Smashes it up the middle for maybe 1. That's Brown again. Be second and goal at the 8. In Arizona State ball. Levitt back out of the gun, fires it to his back. It's going to be about a 4-yard gain. 1 minute to go on the clock. It is moving. They are in or at the precipice of field goal range. Oregon State into Houston territory on their first drive. Levitt sacked this time. Ball's out. TCU gets it. Flag's down. Out of bounds at the 4. Florida State's offsides. So it'll be half the distance to the goal there. Second down at about the 4. That's just inexcusable. Can't be jumping off sides when you're. I'm not sure what the coach for Arizona State wants. I mean, it's clear that the quarterback got hit and he fumbled. All right, big formation here. Gun and the back's offset left, motion left. Quarterback rolls right. He's going to pass it, or he's going to try, or he's going to run. He's going to get in. No flags. All right, touchdown Virginia. I did not see that coming. I thought that the Noles had enough guys over to that side of the field to outnumber all that. So it's 44-38 after Morris runs it in. Point pending. Oh, they called runner down on the field. Okay, that's why it's going to get overturned. They made a mistake on the field. Okay, so they got to go for 2. So the play clock didn't run there for whatever reason. He's rightfully upset. They're going to go for 2 because they have to. It would be a lot worse if they didn't have any timeouts. They do have a timeout. Going for 2, big play. Drops back. Fires it in the back. He catches it. There's a flag down. I'm going to guess that his foot was on the line, and they're going to take that away. No way that he's possibly stayed in bounds. Nope, they're going to call defensive holding. I'm curious about that. Are they sure that he kept his foot in bounds? It seems like it's impossible. Oh, maybe not. I still want a better angle. Like, where's his left foot there? Where's his left foot? Here we go. Hang on, where's that left foot? There's a cameraman in the way. Give me a goddamn better angle. Okay, they're going to review it. Find a better angle than that. Those angles are fucking terrible, all of them. His left foot is not down. There's a line there. Find a better view. I'm not going to do this. Can't tell, right. There's no better view than this? That's just a terrible break. There's a cameraman right in the middle of the way. They're going to upheld it because they can't see that the cameraman's in the way. That's a good break for Virginia. I'm convinced he was out of bounds when he caught it. So Florida State's going to have to get 8 to continue the game to a third overtime. Not that they can't do it, but certainly there's some adversity here. They'll have had to earn this thing. Had to score on 4th down to continue to keep the game alive, and now they're going to have to score a touchdown and get a deuce just to get to the next overtime. Super rambunctious crowd here in Charlottesville. Let's see what the Noles can come up with. Castellanos throws to the outside. Here we go. Fires it. Nope, it's going to be incomplete. That's just, it's to Pittman. That's just a pitch and catch that they have to do better at. 3rd and long. Call it 7. Texas Christian is 3 seconds left. Hoover at his own 16. They'll be able to take a knee here. Run it out. TCU going with the 17-14 lead. They do get the ball to start the second half. Halftime coming shortly. Castellanos going for it all, and he's got it all. Wow. Took him a long time. He juggled it. Robinson did all the way till he got in. Let's see. 1. They juggle, juggle, juggle. Let's see how many steps he takes. All right, so that's a touchdown. Close. They called it a touchdown on the field. I can't see him taking that away. Oh, maybe they will. They're going to take this away, according to the ESPN guy. When they slow it down like that, it makes it look like really bad. I mean, it looks like live he caught it, but when you slow it down to like 1/1000th of a speed or whatever, forget about it. Oregon State had the ball, and then they didn't. Houston only has 1 yard, so I don't know what happened. Guess they had to punt. 3 and out, and then Oregon State got it back. Nothing's happened in that game. His right foot, I think, was down when I thought he had it the first time, but they slowing it down to such a level that it makes it. If it's in real speed, it looks like he catches it. But then when they slow it down to like 1 frame every like, I don't know, fucking 10 seconds for whatever, it's tough. Anyways, I'll find out what they do when they do it. I got to worry about the other game. Arizona State's a half-point favorite at halftime at 27. I agree with all of that. I thought the right line, well, maybe the total was closer to 28. Certainly the side, and anything from Arizona to half to one. Arizona State from half to 1.5 would be okay. Doesn't mean I don't like TCU. I do. I just can't take them, I don't think, at this number. Even with them getting the ball, the other team has clearly established momentum and started to figure some things out. So as long as they're taking for this, you know it's coming back. That's all. That's the only thing I'm sure about. All right, Castellanos 4th and 7. Double overtime. Knowles down by 8. Castellanos back, gun, trips left. There's a false start on the running back. It's going to be 4th and 12. They really don't deserve to win. There've just been so many mistakes from the get-go. You let a team that's inferior into the game, make enough mistakes, screw around. This is the same venue that Florida State 30 years ago lost their first ever game in this conference after never losing for like 4 straight years once they came into it. Virginia's showing blitz this time. At the 27, they need 12 yards. Norvell calls his timeout. It's as good a time as any to call it. Why not? They'll probably change their defense here, but you can't take it to the locker room with you. God, it's a great pass. You got to catch that, man. That guy's had a big game. Yeah, his hands came off the ball again. That's unfortunate. After his foot was out of the end zone, can't argue with it. You just slow it down so much, it makes it tough. All right, let's see what they do here. 4th and 12. He's not going to run it from this far. It's just too close to the end zone. It's almost impossible. He's got a running back offset to the left. Receivers 2 to each side. Virginia's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the box. 6 in the box. Here comes a blitz. Drops back, chucks it. It's going to be intercepted. Game is over. Virginia wins, and the kids are on the field. It's a mess. Wow. 46-38, Virginia, 7-point dog, 6.5-point dog, depending on where you shop. Wins outright against Florida State. Let's see, TCU's up 17-14 on Arizona State at halftime, 1.5 and 27. Oregon State, Houston. Oregon State's punted for the second time. Their drives were 8 plays of 28 yards and a 3 and out. Houston also went 3 and out, so 8:49 to go in the first. Houston will start the second drive at their own 12. Um, Tomorrow I'll be with you bright and early, 9 o'clock Pacific time. 12-hour day. It's a good one. Ryder Cup starts way before that. Um, Actually, the afternoon session will be starting right around the time that college football starts. Morning session goes, let's see. Morning session tees off in about 8 hours and 15 minutes. Um, there'll be some soccer in England tomorrow morning also. Football, there'll be baseball playoff situations are being resolved as we speak. There are only 2 games left in the regular season, tomorrow and Sunday. I won't have any TV room for baseball, but I'll keep an eye on the scores and make sure I'll keep you posted. Anybody in the chat wants to ask anything or have a clue about what they want to talk about, then bring it up. I'll give you my thoughts. Oregon State has intercepted Houston. Weigman's pass down the middle is picked up by Glasper at the 32. He takes it back to the 7. Yeah, a 17-year-old kid just picked this off. And it's 1st and goal for the Beavs. Got a 3-0 Houston against an 0-4 Oregon State. Why not? Wow, it's Houston's first turnover in 4 games. It's a terrible pass, terrible decision. Air mails him. Um, Oregon State's at the decline. At the 6, Malik Murphy. at the 1. Timeout Oregon State. 8:16 to go in the half. Second and goal at the 1. Some money on Arizona State at the half. This is like a berry horse type move. It's a half minus a bunch. Half minus 37, half minus 24, half minus 32, half minus 34 offshore. In town, there's a 2 at Bet Online, 2 lay 15. I actually do like TCU at that number. Circa just went to 3 the dog a quarter. That's a dead number. I have no idea if they like. If they're thinking Arizona State, then just go to 4. If you're gonna just, I mean, what's the point? Why 3? Or just use 2 minus money like Bet Online does. 1.5 at the Westgate. 1.5 minus money at South Point. 1.5 minus money at Bet War. Jake Reichley up the middle for a 1-yard touchdown at 8:12 to go in the first half. The Beavers up 7-0. Great crowd tonight in Corvallis. Good for them. Fullback got the carry and he's in. Extra point by Ojeda. Good. 2 plays, 7 yards, 27 seconds. Oregon State 7, Houston 0. 8:12 to go to the first. Live price, Houston 6. There is a 6.5 out there. Total is 50.5. Pre-game closing numbers 12. There was a couple of rogue 13s out there, but 12, 12.5 at the most for everybody else. 47.5, 48. Call 48 your consensus total to make it easier. Let's see. Anything else coming up that's of vital importance here? I don't think so. Yeah, Virginia 46-38 final. I'll have to do some box score work, see if I missed anything there. I was trying to get back going again. Obviously, when you lose power, the TVs are not hooked up to batteries, so they're going to go first. Yeah, as bad as Florida State was and as many mistakes they made, they still had chances. Certainly could have won the game. I still don't think that Virginia caught that 2-point conversion, but the replay angle was no good. That's just crazy. Sometimes it's just a game of inches, a game of a step or two. I don't like the fact that they called timeout to go to that. Like, was that the best they could do on 4th down? They didn't need a touchdown. They just needed 12 yards. Well, Miami coming in next week. My prediction of Florida State is any sort of win at all, as long as they weren't life and death, which they were. So who knows? I thought they would be the favorite, or very close to a pick 'em at the worst next week against Miami. Now I don't know. I have to dock them for this, but I can't. I don't want to take away too much, just because, winning on the road's not an easy thing to begin with, and certainly it was a horrible spot for them, given the last 2 opponents couldn't even, weren't any good, and they're probably still smelling themselves after Alabama, even though it's been a month. First road game of the season, and Miami on deck, and a weeknight, so short week to boot. So I'm not going to make excuses. They're not good enough. They need to go out and beat Miami next week, or The bottom line is the Florida State people will be looking to see what they can do to get Norvell out of there. It's just is what it is. The offense certainly has scored 38 points. That's got to be enough. And it wasn't. Did Pittsburgh really have to score 4 runs in the ninth to screw me out of that total? Sitting 4-1 all the way into the bottom of the sixth, and then there was stupid rain delay ruined everything. All right, so Houston will start at their own 28 here. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Late night game in Corvallis underway. Basically, it went punt, 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 interception, and then Oregon State had the ball for a 7-play touchdown drive. So this is actually the 6th drive of the game in less than 7 minutes. Total getting bet. It's tough to say. Okay, I don't understand those. Offshore some 26.5 over a ton. I thought I'd open 27. There's 27.5s out there. There's 27 over 15, which is the most common price, right in the middle, median type thing. Which I thought over. I may be right. Certainly at 20, anything less than 27 would have been an over bet in the second half. Houston out to their own 44. There is a flag, it says. Not a huge crowd tonight, not surprising. The weekend's coming, and I still haven't advertised this thing properly. I'm going to call it pretty soon, I think. I'm not going to go all the way to halftime of this Houston Oregon State. You guys can watch that on ESPN if you want. Houston penalty will back them up to the 34. It's 1st and 20. It's a hold on that first down starting at the 44. Weigman actually ran for 3, but they held. Arizona State forced 5 forced 5 turnovers the last 2 weeks, none tonight. I'm guessing that'll probably be a pretty big factor in the second half. TCU can play a clean game. I think that they'll still win it. I actually like TCU at this price for sure. Circa just went to 3 minus a quarter. All right, that's it. That's enough for me. TCU in the second half is a bet. They got me. +3, +05 is worth a look. +2.5 is the same. 2.5, 3, 3.5 are all the same. Any even money at plus 2.5 is also good. Anything that's more than 1.5, even plus 2 even money is okay. As long as TCU can win the game, I'm sorry, as long as they don't win the game and not cover, then you have a bet. So 1.5 is not a bet because they can still win by 1 if they're up by 3, and that would not be a second half cover. But anything else is good. 2 or above, preferably at cheap juice, no juice, whatever. 2.5, 2. Plus 2 even money is better than plus 2.5 minus 110 because that's a dead number. If it falls 1, so be it. 2.5, 3, and 3.5 are the same. 2 is not the same. 4 is not the same. But 2.5, 3, and 3.5 are numbers that are all dead. That gives meaning they will not be a push. I mean, the only way that can happen is if it's 3 and the game goes to whatever overtimes and the power goes out and they don't finish it tonight. Then house rules will dictate that it's graded as a tie, and then they'll finish it whenever. But that's the long and short of it based on house rules. Okay, so yeah, I didn't plan on having a bet on TCU in the second half, but I couldn't help it. The market, the exaggeration of this over movement in the market at halftime, I mean, it was no choice. I mean, I told you I thought a half or 1 was fine, and 1.5 was the absolute nut high. Like it couldn't possibly be any higher than that. And when I say it like that, that means that it's worth a bet. Anything more than that has to be a bet. And like I said, I waited it out for as long as I could. Look, they onside kicked. TCU got it. Come on, run up their fucking ass for that shit. This is what I love. This Arizona coach thinks he's smarter. Arizona State coach thinks he's smarter than everybody else. I love him. He's a great coach. But you don't be doing stuff like that in a game where you've been the dominant team for the last quarter or so. If you think you're gonna have trouble stopping these guys. And look, on the very first kick of the second half, now TCU starts in midfield. I'm wanting to go for the jugular if I'm them. I'm wanting to go after their ass right now. Great start if you have a TCU second half. But again, this isn't because I like TCU. They've been terrible the last 3 drives. It's because of the fact that the number is the number. I'm quite convinced the coach can make adjustments. He's very good when he's not outclassed. TCU is not outclassed by Arizona State. This is a game I expect them to win. And when all the money came for one side at halftime, I had to step in and intervene. Like I said, I didn't love it before, but in no world could that have ever been the line where you're going to tell me that TCU, all they have to do is win the game and it's plus money. I mean, I'm throwing that game line out for the pregame. The second half market is a completely different animal altogether. The game line was the Arizona State 3. I made it 3. There was 2.5s out there. I don't care about that line. I know what I saw with my eyes. TCU has big play potential. They were getting the ball first at halftime. In no world could the line be them getting the ball first, up by 3, and having a plus price to win the game. None. I don't care I don't care who wins. I'm just saying what the right price is to bet. And it's real simple at that point. I have nothing. I don't care about the game line. All I was doing was taking TCU to win the game plus 105. And I recommended you guys do too. Anything at plus 2 or better at a decent juice was a play. And they're down inside the 5. Let's go. Bang it right in their ass. I want it right now. I want a touchdown right now. I want to get it now. I want to get a stop, and I want to run them off the field. Screw all this nonsense. Onside kick bullshit to start the half. They got me fired up, boys. They got me fired up. Let's go. Motion left, pistol, back slips, loses 2. It'll be second and goal at the 8. 13.5 to go. The previous play on the Oregon State game is under review. Murphy fumbled. I don't know. He got 2 yards on 3rd and 1. They're reviewing it. He recovered it as well. Second and goal, play fake, lob pass, over everybody's head, no flags. .335 to go, 3:27 to go in this Oregon State Houston review. it's like coming out as a fumble, but they say they got it, so I don't really know what the review is unless Houston got it. Beats me. At the 7, 3rd and goal. Supposed to be a slant. Is it intercepted? It is. God damn it. Out to the 8. First down ASU. It was deflected like 2 or 3 times. So they'll take over at their own 8 after the pick. 17-14 TCU leads at 12:47 to go. I got news for you. I got a long day tomorrow. It's been a long day today. You don't need my help for Houston and Oregon State second half. I think I'm going to call it here shortly. What are they doing? So Oregon State still has the ball first down. They got a gain of 4. So they're out near midfield. I'll hang out with you till the end of the first quarter there, and then I'm going to call it. We'll say one thing. There was a whole plethora of all-stars that lined up to bet on Virginia tonight. Got to give them credit. That was absolutely the right side in that game. 7 was the number to have to consider taking. I actually made Florida State a little bit higher, but I have them just a smidge higher, but I won't say higher than the market because I've seen a couple people I respect that make the Florida State-Miami game, which I would make it close to a pick, and they have it the same before tonight. I'll have to dock the Knowles for that. But I don't want to cheat them too much. I don't want to take away too much. That's a tough spot. Friday night game, decent team that, had a disappointing loss in there, but quarterback that's been playing forever at their place, short week. Just a tough all-around spot. But again, I'll credit Virginia some, but I still have to dock the Knowles for that somewhat. If you're going to be a championship type team and play to a power rating in the top 10 or 12, you have to win that game. Now the good news is the way the playoffs have expanded to 12 teams. 2 years ago they didn't lose a game, they didn't get in the playoffs. This year they could lose 2 games and get in. Houston was showing blitz and backed out, and Oregon State wisely just gave the ball to the back, 3rd and 2 out of the gun, first down. Big play Murphy. Complete to Caulfield. That's down to the 18. So they're in the red zone late in the first quarter now. 90 yards to 18. Really nothing accidental about this. Give Oregon State some credit. They surely showed up to play here. The live price, they are now close to a favorite. It's not quite there yet. Let's see what happens if the quarter ends. Yeah, I think it's going to. So that was just an out, and there's nobody around. Houston's defense not up to snuff there. Now you start to bring out the microscope to see what exactly Houston's beat. Obviously, the win against Rice was impressive at the time, but Rice had despite winning their first game, Rice isn't really a whole lot. So let's slow down on all the hoopla with that win. Stephen F. Austin in Colorado the last 2 weeks. Colorado, again, the more I watch this, the more I think I want BYU tomorrow. Certainly BYU's win gets upgraded over East Carolina the way East Carolina beat up on Army last night. You can't just go out and play scoring comparison games the whole rest of your life, but there's something to be said if Houston off a bye like this can come out here and get beat up for a quarter physically. Now the problem here with Houston is they got Texas Tech coming in next week, so it's just a horrible spot. Off this bye, 3-0, and now they're coming into Corvallis where it's pretty much a sellout on a Friday night. Late start, 9:30 body clock. 90 yards to 18, Oregon State at the end of one, and the live price is just right at pick'em. Really is. Pick 15 on Oregon State, so pick flat. Circus have a 30-cent line. Same thing offshore. It's just dead-ass pick. Chris has Houston the small favorite with the juice. Total 45. There's a 47.5 under, like 50, 40. So it's the same thing, 45.5 basically, 45.5 under at Circa. So yeah, that's where we stand at the end of one. Oregon State, the favorite, 1st and 10 in the Houston red zone. They're up 7-0 as a 12.5-point dog. So 13 at places, call it 12. 12 and 48 the total. Live total again 45 basically, and pick it, pick the winner. Second half underway. Arizona State has the ball against TCU after the interception. They trail 17-14. I need TCU to win the game outright. Root for that for me. I thank you kindly. I'll be back tomorrow. It'll be about 12 and a half hours from right now. We'll go over. I'll go over the early results in the golf. I'll keep track of who's playing in the afternoon. I will not be watching it closely. Same with baseball. Same with Champions League. The Premier League. And yeah, I've already got my TV situation lined up for tomorrow. I think where I put it. Say that now. It's funny. I've lost so many freaking. Okay, here it is. Oh, is that one under there too? Yeah. All right. Anyways, I kind of have an idea. I'll show you. The one on the left in the pink is the one that I've got set up for the early stuff. So you see I got 9 TVs. The one in the middle, and the top middle are the 2 on the antennas. So those are the ones I'll be watching. ABC, turning up. NBC late for the Penn State Oregon State game. I'm sorry, Penn State Oregon game. And of course, the Ryder Cup's on there earlier in the day. And then ABC and Fox have good games. Obviously, ABC has the Georgia game against Alabama at night. So ABC and NBC will commandeer the TVs late. Fox and CBS will get some airtime earlier. Indiana-Iowa was an interesting game on Peacock. I'll have to make some room for that. I'll be sure to let you guys know tomorrow as I go through the games and update everything, halftime lines, live prices, where to find everything on TV. And again, on the chat, you guys can feel free to ask me anything about stuff like that. Oregon State has been bet to the favorite pretty much everywhere. As the second quarter is about to start, even if it's only a small favorite, that's very notable as a 12-point dog pregame. Houston gets the ball first at halftime, but they're down 7-0, and Oregon State's threatening to score again. So we'll see how it plays itself out. So far, their offense for Houston has been totally incapable. So I would make Oregon State the favorite too, just based off that. Until I see Connor Weigman and the Houston offense do anything, I have to say that's it. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here. Where, like I said, oh man, it should have been a pick. 3rd and 6 for Arizona State in the red zone. Go TCU, and no opinion and no play on the other games. And like I say, I'll be back in about 12 and a half hours, ready to rock and roll. It'll be a nice, fun, long day. Great sports day tomorrow. Look forward to seeing you guys for all of it. Be well, be safe. Good luck. God bless. Good night. And yeah, take care.